I want to talk about algorithms. Trying to get comfortable. How do algorithms work? Well, we all know how algorithms work now, right? So if you're on social media at all you have to do is, you watch one video like 10 seconds, and then all of a sudden now you see one after another after another after another of the same kind of video. Like, I was watching a video just last night on this really pretty, like, glittery eyeshadow. I was like, oh, that's really pretty. And then literally every other video as I was scrolling was a different company showing me the same kind of stuff, right? And just because I chose to see this one thing doesn't mean that now I need everything else to keep showing me the same thing over and over again. So it made me think about, changing our algorithm. And I don't mean this on just the social, that's the physical manifestation, us on the social media apps and everything, but I mean change the algorithm on what we're focusing on. And I talked about that in the last video, like what we focus on expands, but about changing our algorithm on the information and where we choose to get our information, right? Like, I stopped watching all news stations completely. I think we need to be informed, but I don't think we need to be engrossed in. We need to be informed of, but we don't need to be engrossed in. And you can literally change the algorithms on your social media. So if you go down the rabbit hill, like, I know a lot of the rabbit hole, not hill, rabbit hole. That doesn't even make sense. If you go down the rabbit hole and, like, something that you watched, right? Like, let's say you're watching, and you're getting deep into the conspiracy theories and what's going on in the world, and they count on us being afraid, right? Like, that's the whole point. Like, fear is good marketing, really, right? Because if you're fearful, you're going to listen to somebody else and you're not going to listen to yourself about what feels right and what doesn't feel right. And you need somebody else to tell you what to do because they've got you. They hooked into you. And that's why they love these algorithms, right? Like, so you watch one video, one news story video about something, and you want information, all of a sudden you're going to see it repeated over and over and over and over and over. And I'm not surprised how some people can seriously go down that rabbit hole and become completely engrossed in this fearful rhetoric that they're feeding us. But you can change that. You can take a step back. You can say, I'm not going to watch this anymore. I'm not going to listen to that anymore. I'm going to start listening to myself. I'm going to start asking myself, does this sound right? Does this feel right? Is this right? And start listening to what, your inner wisdom is telling you. And I think they're counting on us, and them, who is them? Them is the people that control all of our social medias and the news that we get, and the information that comes to us. But that's shifting and that's changing, and that's why I think the rhetoric has gone up a zillion notches, because it is changing, right? And they want to keep us hooked in, right? And marketers do that perfectly well too. You see a million commercials if you're watching a show where the demographic is women of a certain age, about anti-aging creams and all this stuff, right? Like, if you're an older person and you're watching a show, you'll see every other commercial is about all this medication that you need to take and all the side effects it has. So they are counting on us being afraid and needing outside information. And I think more and more people are waking up and saying, you know what, that doesn't feel right. So if you want to start just changing your algorithm, be very conscious about what you allow to come into your space. And you can do that on social media. It's super easy. And here's what you do. If you've been going down the rabbit hole of fear, all you have to do is put in your search bar, funny animal stories, funny animal videos, laughter, comedians, and then it will start to switch. And then you're going to start seeing one funny animal story after another. If you want heartwarming stories, put that in. You're going to see one heartwarming story after another. You keep doing that, and you will literally change the algorithms of what you're being shown to something that makes you feel so much better. And you can also do that in your own life with shutting off the news. Don't listen to the stories and listen to yourself. All right. See you next time. Bye.